Hey guys, it's Ski Joe here. Welcome back to another amazing video. Today we are going to be testing my mercenary Jeep in online. Yes, we're in online. We're going to be testing my Rumpo. No, sorry, not the Rumpo. My Mare of a Jeep in the rough courses. So this is going to be rough course episode 3, and hopefully we'll be able to do it. So this is actually new series. I actually start a brand new series because the last couple recordings failed. I'll record some straight after this with some different vehicles, and we'll just keep going with the tough courses. So this is going to be tough courses 1. So brand new series, you're going to just start fresh. And yeah, so tough courses 1, here we go. Right, so let's start with this. So we're on the beach now. There's a couple of hills, you know, a bit watery at times, kind of rocky. We haven't really had to go over any rocks yet, only small ones. So yeah, with this you can just go full speed, until you need to brake. So right now I don't really need to brake for anything. You know, it's night time, there's no people around. Apart from there, you know, just hit the truck horn and they get scared. Alright, nice little 360 there. Hopefully I didn't damage any lights. Lester needs to stop calling me. Honestly, yeah, just keep going full speed, you know, switch up the views for a bit, go first person mode maybe. Look out the back, can't see absolutely anything because there's a freaking tyre there. Right, now, turn out the way of these rocks. And keep going, guys. The beach does go on for a bit longer. Try not to drown your vehicle here. And you want to go up this, and you want to go slowly, and then accelerate up the top. And you know, just keep driving as normal. Be cautious because there is water down there. I'm just trying to get this done quickly so I can show you guys. Now, when you get to about here, you want to turn onto the road because just looking down there, as you know, there's no way back up. No one lets you out, just, you know, honk your horn, stay in the middle lane and move over. Just keep going. Overtake some slow guys if you need to. Excuse me. Alright, so we're just going to head up to about this point here. You know, watch out for the railing, obviously. You want to start your descent. You want to start your descent. Go slowly. You know, keep turning for grip. When you get about here, just start to brake and move up sideways. Get to about this point here. Jump your truck and level it out. Alright, so you land on all 4 wheels. Alright, a bit of water, you know. Get to about there and just go full speed through. Brake at the other end. Make sure you don't brake too early or too late. It needs to be just about right. Right now, over here there's some thick mud, so let's do that. Right, the mud gets quite thick here. Just watch how deep this mud gets on my tyres. You know, quite deep. Mud in this game doesn't really slow you down for anything. But you know, if there are some people behind you, you know, spray them up with mud. So yeah, we're in the mud bog area. If you guys don't know where this is, it's right outside the military base, which is over here. So the hippie base might be up here somewhere. I don't know, but we will do this in a minute because that's quite hard. So we are going to get all the way through this up to here. We'll drive round and go to here. Alright, so you know, a little bit of water, nothing to make you drown, unless obviously you go out into the middle. You might drown. If you do have a Sand King, you might not drown. If you have a monster truck, then you're not going to drown. So in this area, this Jeep is very top heavy. Try not to drown, because you know, you just might drown. So this thing is a pretty good off-roader. We've been off-roading for a whole night and this thing's not really got any damage. Apart from then the engine nearly cut. I don't know why. I think it's because we're you know, ragging it through these jumps. Like when you get, yeah, that one always makes me tip, so always be careful of this hump right there. I want to go on the outside of this tree and cut across the water here. Again, cut across the water. I come up to this bridge, which is right ahead. And as you guys can see, right here, there's a little opening, and there's a little square here, and then right on this corner, that's where we're going. So let's keep going. Let's keep going through here. Now, if you're getting really brave, don't forget we are going through there in a minute. If you're getting really brave, up here, there is this. Now I know that this truck can do it, so that's why I've just literally just thrown it in. Don't try doing it the other way though, because it is rocky as hell and you won't be able to get through. Some trucks can, like a monster truck, and a Sand King most probably can. This thing hasn't got the ground clearance for it, but it done it, so, you know, give it a try, experiment. Right, so you want to come around the corner here, try not to get in too much water. Now here you can choose, you can go dangerous and go on the edge, like right here, like what I just do, or you can literally just go over the top of it. And down here, see, it gets a little bit muddy, so you lose grip, so you want to turn up here. You want to head down, and keep going. Right, some bumps, you know, take them fast, try not to hit the top of the bump, always try to hit the down part of it. You can cross whenever you want. I cross about here is where I'll cross. It does get a little bit hard over that side, so come over to this side and it's a nice, you know, break of off-roading. Right, we have four-wheel drive, so we can definitely get up that slowly, but we can get up. Alright, let's just check how far we are. So we're right here, we need to come all the way to here, then we'll drive around and we'll go down this area here. So let's do this. Alright, we've rolled up against the tree. Luckily we can just roll this thing over again because it's like super top heavy. Bang, go nose first into it and you'll be able to get up. Now, look what we've just got into. So the bump has scraped, we've just let it go. So just reverse up and use that four-wheel drive to pull yourself up again. If not, if the truck isn't four-wheel drive, which I suggest you do get one, which is, this thing is four-wheel drive but it just keeps sliding, so we need to look for an access point. So we'll just reverse straight backwards across here and get up like that. Then we'll keep going on the edge of this you know, rough terrain. We'll head down here and we'll cross again right here. It's not really that deep, this water, just goes up to about your shocks. That's like the bit in between the suspension and the wheel. Now here it does get really tricky, because as you can see we've nearly drowned our truck here. Yep, alright guys, we've just drowned it. So what we're going to do is we're going to call up the 6x6. I'm not cheating, I'm just going up to the road to call up the next vehicle for tough courses. So I'll be back when I have my truck. Alright guys, we are back and I have my 6x6 now. So I just need to remember which way we were going. I mean, I think, yeah, that's the wrong way. I need to turn around. Also, I just got a notification that my Sand King is confirmed as being delivered at my apartment. So maybe we could use that in a bit as well. Trying to drown this thing straight away. There you go. So yeah, it's all the same pretty much. I don't need to keep on saying, you know, what we have to do. But, you know, rocks like this, whereas deep drops where you keep hitting the front bumper, that really messes with the suspension. Try not to hit the front of the truck too much like I have. Again, I'm just trying to get this done quickly. But I guess this is like Sand King, no I mean 6x6 versus Mesa. Tough courses. And yeah, so let's just compare. So the 6x6 definitely handles better. It has a lot more ground clearance. It looks a lot nicer in my opinion. It's got 6-wheel drive instead of just 4. And all in all, the suspension much better, much more softer than anything in this game, I guess. Can easily climb up hills. Can climb Mount Chiliad without trails stock. I've tried that before and it's happened. And yeah, so continuing with this, the 6x6 is definitely much better than the Mesa. And alright guys, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, as I was saying, the yeah, all in all, the 6x6 is top heavy like that. I mean, it just rolled. It definitely has a lot more parts to be lost when you crash. And it's, I don't know, it's just all in all much better in my opinion. So we are actually coming up to the checkpoint, like to the first checkpoint, and if this thing survived it, we are going to continue through the other half as well. Ideally the Mesa should have done all this first bit, and then this guy would have done the harder bit, but sadly the Mesa died already. This thing hasn't actually died yet. We are heading now onto the road to start going down the other course. Let's get these people out of the way. Nice little drift. This thing is pretty good at drifting. Alright, we're just coming up to the checkpoint now. Overtake this guy. We'll be there in like a sec. Just hold on. Just to that bridge, that's just where we're going. This is definitely gonna kill my truck. I mean, this is like the hardest ever off-road course. Can barely be done in a monster truck. If this thing do it, I'll be proud of this thing. I know a Sand King can do it. We'll have to do a comparison between the Sand King and one of these. But yeah, so at the moment we were just driving thin areas. I need to plan this out. I'll be back. Alright, so let's do this. Clearly not. Yep, really messed up. So let's call News Mutual Insurance.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service?
Can't believe that happened already, guys. They died about the same time in. Yeah, this video is getting on to be a bit long. Nearly at 15 minutes, which is my mark. You know what, if we pass the mark it's alright, but let's quickly just call up like a buggy or something and, you know, just quickly be through this course quick. Hopefully my mechanic will answer here. Nope, because he's a dick.
You're gonna have to do it.
Come on, please answer.
You calling for some wheels? I'm John.
Finally.
I'll bring it to you.
Alright, the dune buggy will be here in a sec. I'll be back. So guys, we have the dune buggy here. We're at the hardest bit of this course here. Let's see, can this thing do it? Can this thing do it? Yes, it's done it. Surprisingly, it has done it. So anything light, I guess, will do it. So this is 6x6. So Mesa versus 6x6 versus Dune Buggy. And the Dune Buggy is doing pretty good at the moment. This is just, it was going to be a, you know, tough courses, but it's turned out to be, I guess, a comparison video, I guess, between these three. This thing is probably the best thing I've seen handle water. I mean, why don't I use this thing a lot more? Alright guys, that's going to be about it. All in all, the Dune Buggy's had the hardest part. I've had some scary moments with this thing already, like then I nearly expected it to drown. It's done pretty good. I mean, compared to the other two, I guess you can't really compare these two, but these three, sorry, but I'm going to anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been your works on Skeecho. Please like, subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and the like button. If you want to see more comparison videos, I won't just do off-road cars now. I'll do supercars, sports cars, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.